Everyone watch out! The cloud boat is cracking! Dean Solvang's voice was shrill with panic as it rang out through the night sky. The cloud boat was indeed in bad shape. All of the shockwaves caused by Janadriel's battle with the Black Robed Man had caused great damage to it. The boat had tilted to its right side as Dean Solvang tried to redirect it and keep it upright. That was when Janadriel, the mysterious woman who was responsible for all of the damage that the cloud boat sustained, spoke up as she floated in front of the boat's bow. "Let me help you. It is the least I can do." Gabriel saw that Dean Solvang's voice turned from fear into admiration and awe. "Do you really mean that?" Janadriel did not respond to Dean Solvang with words, and instead went straight into action. Gabriel saw her channel golden energy with her hands as she cast some sort of a light beam that miraculously sailed all of the cracks of the cloud boat. Within moments, the cloud boat appeared completely normal, as if nothing ever happened in the first place. Gabriel turned to Inya. "Have you ever seen anyone that strong before?" Inya was nearly at a loss for words herself. "Never. And the color of the energy too was golden. That must mean she is incredibly powerful." With the cloud boat completely restored back to normal, Janadriel floated over its deck and set foot on its deck. Dean Solvang rushed up to her. "How can we ever repay you?" "I require nothing from you. If anything, it is I who incurred a debt in endangering you and your students." Dean Solvang put his hand on his chest. "Honest to all of the gods, it is all right. Everyone is safe, and that is what counts." He turned to see the floating body of the black-robed man. "Well, except for him, I suppose." Janadriel followed his gaze to the burnt body of her defeated enemy. "He deserved every single ounce of the pain that I inflicted upon him. But I am not here to air out my business. My appearance here is not incidental, nor random." Janadriel cast her gaze upon Gabriel, who suddenly felt a chill go up his spine. Dean Solvang was confused. Mistress Faye came to his side and was equally perplexed as she asked Janadriel what she meant. "What are you referring to, Janadriel?" Janadriel ignored both Dean Solvang and Mistress Faye, and she slowly walked over to Gabriel. Her eyes examined every inch of his face and body as she looked him up and down. "Hello, Gabriel." Everyone, from Dean Solvang and Mistress Faye to Inya, Cade, Griffin, turned to Gabriel. Hello?" Janadriel seemed cold and calculated at first, but there was a softened look in her eyes when she looked upon Gabriel. Then Gabriel had a shocking realization. "Wait, how do you know my name?" "We are not strangers to each other, Gabriel." Inya was confused. "You two know each other?" Gabriel shrugged and shook his head. "No, I have never seen this woman before in my life." Janadriel watched him closely. "Do you really think that is true, Gabriel? I know your name because we are closer to each other than you seem to know." "How is that possible? Did you know me when I was younger?" "Not just you." "What? What do you mean when you say that?" Janadriel slowly put her hand to Gabriel's cheek. "This touch, it feels so familiar to me." Gabriel took a step away from Janadriel. day tomorrow. The next morning, Gabriel was in his room admiring the jade pendant. He liked how sleek it felt in his hands. He heard a knock on his door. "Who is it?" "It's me, Inya." "Oh, come in." She came inside his room and plopped down next to him on his cot. "That was crazy last night with Janadriel. Have you given any thought as to who sent her? And why she gave you the jade pendant?" "I stayed up all night thinking about it. I have no clue how she knew my name. Besides, I don't know what the point of this jade pendant is, besides for being pretty. But maybe it'll reveal itself later on." Another knock. This time it was Cade. "Did you guys get any sleep after last night? I could barely shut my eyes from all that craziness with that lady burning that guy to a crisp." "We're going to have to catch up on rest, though. The Decennium is no joke. All the clans from around Valandra and other realms will be there. I have a big feeling that we're going to be one of the top teams there. No more making fun of the Southern Academy." Gabriel smiled. "I'm with you, Cade. We'll bring honor upon all of our families for sure." Finally, after over a week of traveling, the cloud boat floated through a wormhole that allowed it to reach its final destination, the Upper City. Mistress Faye and Dean Solvang guided everyone off the cloud boat in an orderly fashion. Gabriel felt a weird sensation standing on the ground for the first time in a long time, but that was quickly overtaken by the breathtaking view of the Upper City and all of its ivory towers. Mistress Faye turned to her students. "Before we venture too far into the city, I have some ground rules I have to set with all of you." But she was suddenly interrupted. Several members of the powerful Solarian sect came right up to Mistress Faye, Gabriel, and the others. "Well, well, well, if it isn't the losers from the Southern..." "Who do you think you are to speak to Mistress Faye like that?" "I am Wayne Solvang, and I don't fear you in the slightest, boy. You and the rest of your friends are losers because that is the only thing Mistress Faye and her colleagues put out at that wretched academy. This is finally the year when you all lose and they shut that shameful institution down once and for all." Gabriel didn't care that Wayne Solvang was the leader of the Solarian sect and jumped right in front of him and got into his face. "Apologize now, or you will pay the consequences." Wayne Solvang was a serious warrior and wasn't afraid in the slightest. "Give me your best shot, boy." Gabriel turned to Mistress Faye for approval, but she shook her head and did not allow him to strike. "I forbid you from fighting him, Gabriel. Stand down." "But Mistress Faye, he disrespected you." "That is my own business, and I am more than capable of handling it myself." "That's right, boy. Listen to your teacher, even if she is a hack and an idiot." Gabriel could not control his anger anymore and lunged at Wayne Solvang with all of his might.